Wahoo! Hey, how are ya? And welcome back to another
YouTube video.
My name's Jacob Andrew Sharpe, and oh geez Louise, guys, we got a doozy for you. And there's nuggets in here. There's heaps of nuggets in here. I wouldn't make a video without them, alright? There's Mario flavored nuggets in this video. Sorry guys, but we're doing another Mario video, and I know what you guys are thinking. Geez Louise, Jacob, we get it. You look a little bit like Mario. Did you need to make another video about him? Yes, I did. Hey Jacob, are you gonna talk about the handsome, cool Mario movie with Chris Pratt and Jack Black? You're gonna talk about Anya Taylor-Joy and how cool this cast is gonna be? No, I am not. I'm gonna be talking about the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie that came out in 1993. I know, my last Mario video got demonetized because I showed a picture of Bowser with big old nipples and a big heavy bulge.
I'm sorry.
Did I learn my lesson? No. Did I learn that there's a pixelation feature on Final Cut Pro? Yes. Now, I'm not here to talk about Bowser's big bulge, even though I'd love to. I want to talk about how crazy this movie was. Now, I know I joke a lot about the 90s in my videos, but this is evidence. This is proof that you could do whatever you wanted in the 90s. Now, not only was this movie made in the 90s, but it was also shown to children. This was supposed to be a kids movie, and it was filled with tons of family-friendly content, such as Luigi without a shirt on, sexy club scenes with Mario, and everyone's favorite line from King Koopa.
Don't fight it.
Hey King Koopa, what does that tongue do? You know what I mean? Does it make weird sexual innuendos? Yep. Yes, it does. So yeah, this doesn't have your cookie cutter cast. This has Bob Hoskins as Mario, John Leguizamo as Luigi, and Dennis Hopper as King Koopa. It says King Koopa, but then it also says Bowser. I don't really know who he's supposed to be, but he's the villain. Dennis Hopper, from such movies as Apocalypse Now and Blue Velvet, and Bob Hoskins from Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Mona Lisa. Even John Leguizamo, who's featured in Romeo and Juliet with Leo DiCaprio. So these are all legitimate actors from the 90s, and they all agreed to do this terrible, terrible movie. Now, I first saw this movie on Family Channel, which is owned by Disney. So, hey Disney, why'd you do this to me? I was a little kid. I turned on the television and I was like,
I want to watch Zoe 101. And then I want to watch Sweet Life with Zach and Cody. And then I'm going to end my day with Corey in the house.
And Disney said,
You're gonna watch middle-aged Mario, and you're gonna like it.
And just a quick note before we start, Bob Hoskins reveals that him and John would get really drunk on set just so they could get through shooting this movie. That's how bad the production was, that before it was released, the actors were like, this was a bad idea. We're gonna have to get blackout drunk. So the movie starts with this weird like 8-bit video game opening, and then we get these really good special effects of dinosaurs walking around in prehistoric times in what's supposed to be Brooklyn.
You know, it just don't get no better than this.
Yeah.
And then there's a meteorite that crashes. Whoa!
But what if the dinosaurs weren't all destroyed? What if the impact of that meteorite created a parallel dimension where the dinosaurs continue to thrive and evolve into intelligent, vicious, aggressive beings? Just like us. And hey, what if they found a way back?
The dinosaurs aren't extinct, they're just in the universe next door, okay? And then cut to Brooklyn in the 90s. And we see this lady running around Brooklyn with this electric digital egg. And who does she drop the egg off to? Nuns. She drops it off to the church, and the nuns are like, hey, no problem, we'll take care of this egg, which ends up being a human, as we're led to believe. And as they're setting the scene for the movie, cut to Brooklyn, and we meet our heroes, Mario and Luigi. Now, Mario and Luigi are your classic New York plumbers. They're hard working, they're hard burping, and they're everything we love about the 90s. The one thing I will say though is that they couldn't have picked actors that were farther away in age. They're supposed to be brothers, but oh my god, Bob Hoskins could have been Luigi's dad. This should be called the Super Mario father-son dynamic. And then we cut to a dig site in Brooklyn, and we meet another one of our protagonists, Daisy, who's based off Princess Daisy from the video games. Except she's not really like Princess Daisy. Daisy has brown hair, but in this movie they give her blonde hair. And do they include Princess Peach in this movie? No, they do not. So Princess Daisy is kind of confusing. Daisy is working on this construction/dig site, and we meet Mr. Scarpelli, but this Scarpelli guy, he's a bit of a jerk, you know?
Scarpelli, they beat us to it again. Another lost job.
So then she gets into a bit of a kerfuffle with Scarpelli, but then Scarpelli reveals that, listen, a lot of girls in Brooklyn have been going missing lately, so if you want to go missing, then you keep running your mouth, and I'll make sure you go missing. And who does she run into? Our heroes! Hooray! She runs into Mario and Luigi. They say the most comforting thing a man can say to a woman who's being chased.
You okay?
I've got a few problems, but
Well, you know, we got a van.
Get in! We got a van. And Daisy, gets in. And let's just say that Daisy and Luigi hit it off pretty quick. Daisy and Luigi really relate to each other. They never knew their parents. They're these lone wolf type characters, and every other character in the movie is about 100, so they're gonna have to relate to each other. They hit it off so well that Daisy agrees to go to dinner with Luigi, Mario, and Mario's girlfriend. And who is Mario's girlfriend?
Is it Princess Peach?
Nope, it's Daniela, who is kind of like Princess Peach if Princess Peach drank vodka crayons every weekend, you know? But they do have similarities. After dinner, Daniela gets kidnapped, which is a very Princess Peach type move. And then later on, Daisy gets kidnapped. So our heroes have had their love interests stolen away from them. So then Mario and Luigi decide, well, we gotta go into the sewers and find our gals.
Strap your belt on, kid. We're going in.
I know that they made this movie to hopefully give a bit more backstory to the beloved characters of Mario and Luigi, but they just made it more confusing. And as they enter the sewers, they keep hearing Daisy's voice, but they can't see Daisy. But that's because a portal's been opened between the dinosaur world and the human world. And then Mario and Luigi stumble upon the portal to the dinosaur world. And we get another really good visual effects scene of them entering the dino world. Now, I think that they should have to start every video game like this, and I like to think that maybe this is the vision they always had. You know, instead of just dropping down a tube and going like bloop, bloop, bloop. I really wish it was this like weird acid trip of like a dimension switch. That's way more fun. And then we enter this like weird dystopian Super Mario world. The rest of this movie it's kind of like if the Super Mario Brothers entered the cyberpunk video game. It's very grungy, very gritty, and the entire time I'm just waiting for unwanted nudity. Like, it feels like I'm gonna see Mario's dick. You don't see it, it just feels like you did.
I don't know, I ain't been to Manhattan a couple of weeks.
Must have been a bad couple of weeks.
Don't you hate it when you haven't been downtown in a while, and now it's turned into a weird dystopia that's run by dinosaur people? If I had a gold coin for every time that's happened to me.
I got a feeling we're not in Brooklyn no more.
Where you going?
Oh really? You have a feeling you're not in Brooklyn anymore? Did you get that feeling when you looked around and saw everything? This is like the Mario Galaxy Brooklyn edition. Okay buddy, you wanna go ride a gold star? You wanna go ride the go-kart? Throw turtles around? Why don't you go hop on the Long Island train during rush hour? Fuck you. Now, why are they kidnapping Daisy? Why are they kidnapping girls from Brooklyn? Why are we going to a dinosaur land? It's because there's this guy named King Koopa. He is in charge of Dinosaur Land, which is what I'll call it for now because there's no real name for it. And he's looking to get Daisy back because Daisy's actually from Dinosaur Land. You guys remember that electric egg from earlier that the nuns took? She was the baby in that egg, which isn't a real sentence that I should have to say. But that's what happens in this movie. And if you notice, there is this little stone that's around Daisy's neck, and that's actually a key piece to King Koopa following through on his plan to merge the human world and the dino world back together. Because dino world ain't got no good stuff anymore. And the human world, well, that's got all the good stuff now. But to do that, he has to get that rock from around Daisy's neck, because the rock is actually a piece of the meteorite that separated the two worlds. And the only way they can open that portal back up is if they got that rock, and they gotta have Daisy too. Sorry for all the exposition, guys, but I don't want to get demonetized, and this isn't a good movie. And as our heroes are walking around this weird dinosaur land, we get introduced to some favorite Mario characters, like the Goombas. You remember the Goombas walking around with their little brown shoes and their angry little faces? Well, guess what? They don't look anything like that now. They have giant human bodies with little lizard faces. Take a look at that. It's a me, a Mario. No, it's a me, uncomfortable. They look like a mix between Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man movies and Don Rickles. Sorry, Don. Rest in peace. We love you. So then they reveal that the plumbers took the rock.
Where is it?
The plumbers took it.
Wait, there's plumbers in Dino World? Don't worry, King Koopa knows what to do.
Plumbers.
Plumber alert.
Plumber alert.
The city's gonna sound the plumber alarm. Not joking, guys, there's a plumber alarm, which leads us to believe that plumbers have been an issue in the past. Now, while this plumber alarm is going off and Dino World starts to freak out, there's a sneaky little character that you might notice that just pops in really quick and snags that stone for herself. Now, this character is going to be very important later on.
You want to give us the rock back, lady?
Come and get it, big boy.
So now our heroes are on the run because the plumber alarm has been sound and they gotta get out of there. And along their journey of escape, they run into a character that, well, is very beloved for me. They run into Toad. Now you guys might be expecting, adorable Toad with his little vest and his cute little diaper. God, no, that doesn't happen. They introduce us to this Toad.
Hey guys. Cheer up.
Hey, that's not Toad. That's Todd. And Todd's the kind of guy who smells like patchouli and listens to too much ska. Todd lives in his van. And not like the cool TikTok way I live in my van. He lives in his van because time's an illusion, man. And I owe the government like a lot of money. And then Todd, being anti-establishment, sings an anti-King Koopa song. And then that gets the gang arrested. So then they go to dinosaur jail. And dinosaur jail is filled with things like blue goop and camera guns. That's how they take photos in Dinosaur World, with a gun. Camera guns. You want to capture memories of all that murder you've been up to? Try the camera gun. Camera gun. It's a gun.
Name?
Mario.
Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
Mike! Up these Marios around the side.
Now I know this seems like poor writing, but this is actually canon to the actual Mario universe. The creator of Mario actually confirmed that this is real. So his name is Mario, and then Luigi's name is Luigi Mario. Tell me you're a secondary character without saying you're a secondary character. Actually, I don't know who that's more embarrassing for, if it's embarrassing for Mario or Luigi. Actually, I would be pretty upset if my name was Sharpe.
Big meteorite came and blasted our universes into parallel dimensions.
Yeah.
You know what else I think? You know, all that fungus out there, that's our old king. It's true, and he's been de-evolved. That's right, he's been de-evolved into fungus, and now he's wreaking his revenge on the city.
Okay, the old king, noted. Getting some more backstory now. Finally. Now, as our heroes are getting arrested, they get introduced to our villain. So they finally have an interrogation with King Koopa. Ooh. And King Koopa, he reveals his plan to devolve the people in his world back to dinosaurs. And then he wants to devolve the human world back into their primitive form, which is a monkey. And what is the punishment for people who go against King Koopa? Well, they get turned into Goombas. And whoops, looks like Todd shouldn't have sang that song, because now he's gonna be a Goomba. Now, just as King Koopa is starting to wrap up his plan and explain what's going on, our heroes make their move. They attempt to devolve King Koopa, and then they escape. And then they steal a cop car with a snowplow on it, and it's built like a bumper car. And then we get the most 90s car chase of all time, with explosions, some car-on-car backwards driving, and a classic car off the cliff but saved by elastic fungus gag. and we get a little nod to Mushrooms and the little bomb characters, but they're dismissed basically right away because children wrote this movie. Now that our heroes have escaped, King Koopa's got to relax a little bit. He's got to diffuse because this is now getting stressful. He had the plumbers in the grips of his palm, and then they just ran away. So King Koopa takes a little mud bath with, this character is introduced with no backstory, but this is Lena. Lena is seen as, I guess, Koopa's partner, but also as his kind of right-hand person.
You bring me the prince. You blew it. And never cleaned up.
That's weird. I don't like the way he said that.
You know what I love about mud? It's clean and it's dirty at the same time.
Side note, Dennis Hopper has been nominated for Academy Awards. And now it's time to meet another character that's beloved. Yoshi! It's Yoshi time, everybody. And is this gonna be a letdown? Yep. You remember everyone's favorite green dinosaur? The one with a turtle shell on his back, red shoes, and he flutters his feet when he jumps? Well, say goodbye to that, Yoshi, and say hello to a real-life dinosaur, Yoshi, that's gonna make you want to throw your childhood in the dumpster. I don't like this movie. So then we find our heroes have driven out of Dinosaur Land, and they find themselves in the desert. But close behind them is Spike and Iggy. Then in their little mishap, they explain to our heroes that little rock is actually a piece of the meteorite, and that's why Koopa wants it so bad, because he needs it so he can take over the human world and dinosaur world. This sounds a lot like the game, right guys? Now in the desert, Spike and Iggy, they say that they'll help Mario and Luigi get Daisy if they help Spike and Iggy get the piece of the meteorite. But first, they have to figure out who has the meteorite now. Remember at the beginning of the movie, when that random character with all those red spikes stole the meteorite? That character is actually my favorite character in the entire movie, Bertha. Now, who is Bertha based off of? Stop asking me questions. I don't know. So then Mario and Luigi and Spike and Iggy devise a plan to go to this bar to meet Bertha. And they go to this bar dressed like if Ketchup and Mustard had a buddy cop movie. They locate Bertha, and then Mario decides he's gonna charm her with some of that Mario charm. And it works. Yahoo! And Bertha says one of my favorite lines of all time.
Dance with me. I'll hit you all you like.
That's a great line. Wahoo. Mario follows through on his plan. He's gonna charm Bertha and he's gonna get that stone. How does he do it? Just watch this dance scene. Remember when I said that this is a movie for kids? Why is one of the turning points in the movie Mario motorboating someone? Now, after fumbling around with the stone a little bit, it gets into the hands of Lena. Uh-oh. So now our heroes have no choice but to run. And even though Mario broke Bertha's heart and left her alone on the dance floor, she quickly forgives him and helps out our heroes. She punches the coat person in the face, steals some thwomp boots. Yep, thwomp boots. And all she wants in return is a kiss from middle-aged Mario.
Oh, come on, there's no time for that now, come on.
See, now I think Bertha is the real hero in this story. Without Bertha, our heroes are done. So I vote that we bring back this actor, we make a Bertha sequel, and we say goodbye to this Chris Pratt nonsense. And while Mario and Luigi jump in a garbage truck and take it all the way to King Koopa's tower, we get a quick clip of King Koopa talking to a furry goo sack. But who's in the sack? Someone important? Someone who might actually give this movie some plot and some structure? Who's in the sack? I feel like a shitty Seinfeld. Who's in the sack? We'll be right back with another episode of Who's in the Sack. Now, while sneaking into the tower, our heroes realize that they can actually use their plumbing skills to freeze the pipes and distract everyone while they go rescue Daisy. But then they trip another alarm. But don't worry, Mario has an idea. He finds a clever disguise. Red and green jumpsuits, like the game. Finally, something that resembles the video game. But it still doesn't make sense to the movie. They'll never recognize these plumbers when they're dressed like plumbers. All the while, we get a super weird dance scene between Luigi, Mario, and the Goombas, because they need to distract the Goombas, and Luigi thinks that the best way to distract them is by grinding on them. And then finally, we get a little bit of info on Daisy. Spike and Iggy reveal that they've always supported her father, who is the old king, and that her father is actually the one who's trapped in that furry goo sack. Who is in the goo sack? Her dad. So then Mario and Luigi stumble upon Daisy. Daisy says,
I know this is gonna sound a little strange, but I want you to meet my father.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, sir, and a pleasure. And I just want to thank you for all your help.
I like Luigi. I like that he's still trying to make a good impression, even though it's a fuzzy goo sack. Now we're starting to enter kind of the final battle and the big climax of the movie. Now Daisy and Luigi do get captured, but Mario takes Daniela and the rest of the Brooklyn girls on a mattress ride down a frozen pipe, but the Goombas aren't far behind them, and this turns into the first ever cinematic mattress pipe chase scene. And they burst out of the pipe and they fly right into Koopa and his goons. And just as we think that our heroes have saved the day, Koopa recovers, points the devolving gun right at our heroes. Luigi still has one trick up his sleeve, and that trick is a boot. Does he put on the thwomp boot and jump on Koopa? Nope, he just loads it up with a bullet bill and then kinda just throws the boot at Koopa, and it works. Cut to Lena, she puts the missing piece back in the meteorite. It doesn't go very well for her. She's unaware that the only person who can open this portal is Daisy. So she opens the portal, and this happens.
Incredible!
She blows up. She turns into a dollar store Halloween decoration. And now here is our final battle. Mario versus Koopa. In one corner, we've got the gutter punk version of Donald Trump. And in the other corner, we have someone's uncle dressed as Mario. And as the fight's about to begin, Mario picks up one of those little bombs that we saw earlier. Right before the bomb blows up underneath Koopa's feet, we get a quick shot of the best Reebok product placement in a movie ever. Koopa explodes, and then he turns into this weird green goo. And that explosion was brought to you in part by Reebok. And then Dinosaur World starts to heal. They paint up the posters of King Koopa. The townspeople are happy because they're finally free from King Koopa's evil terror. And even Daisy's dad comes back to life from being a furry old goo sack. And his only line is,
Love those plumbers.
and then we finally get our emotional ending. Unfortunately, our characters have to say goodbye. Daisy has to stay in the dinosaur world to take care of her dino dad. And Luigi's gotta get back to Brooklyn. He's gotta go to Jersey Mike's and go get himself another meatball sub there, brother.
And if I had any sense, I'd mind my own business.
Bruh.
It's a bittersweet ending, and later we find our heroes back in their Brooklyn apartment. Luigi's moping around because as much as he had fun on his adventure and he misses Daisy, Luigi's left all alone. Until...
Luigi, Mario!
Daisy!
You gotta come with me, I need your help.
What's wrong?
You're never gonna believe this.
I believe it.
You do?
I believe.
They leave it open for a sequel. Isn't that amazing? Daisy returns and they have more adventures. That makes me wonder, is that what Hollywood's planning? Is that what this Chris Pratt movie is gonna be? Maybe they're gonna continue this storyline. Maybe they're gonna continue the Super Mario Bros. Saga. And they probably realize that they're gonna have to go back to animation because the live action thing was, way too much. And now I know it's unlikely that they will make a sequel to this movie, but I'm just in case they do, please bring back live action Toad or Todd. Todd is my favorite character. I'm still not over Todd. I will never be over Todd. He looks like John Cena if John Cena got really into leather bracelets. So yeah, that's the end of the movie. It's not very good, but there's something exciting about how bad this movie was. And to find out that grown men had to get hammered drunk just to be Mario, that's hilarious. I hope that my career gets to the point that I have to get so drunk to play a video game character. Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I just wanted to take a quick second to hear a word from today's sponsor, Zyro. Team, it's time to stop living in the past, and it's time to start living in the gosh darn future. We live in an age where cars drive themselves and robots deliver our toilet paper. Technology is advancing, and you don't want to be left behind. And you don't have to, thanks to Zyro. Zyro is a website builder that is super simple to use, and it's so affordable. You might be thinking, build a website? Who am I, the president of the World Wide Web? Don't worry, guys. You don't need any coding experience. You don't need any tech know-how. Zyro can help you build a website with just a few simple clicks. And they'll help you customize your website to fit your needs. Maybe you want to make an online store for your small business. Maybe you want to make a space to share your content, like a blog or a podcast. Or heck, maybe you just want to make a safe space where everyone can go enjoy pictures and videos of chicken nuggets. I don't know who would do that, but it sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Guys, I'm no tech whiz, but that's why I love using Zyro. They're super user-friendly, and they make sure that you have everything you need to make the best website possible. You can start with just one click, and there are so many options. Whether you want to use one of Zyro's unique templates, start from scratch, or you can even use their AI software to build a custom website within minutes. Guys, the possibilities are endless. And right now is the best time to use Zyro because all Cyber Week long, they'll be offering up to 88% off, plus 3 months free with any yearly plan. You can build your website starting from $1.53 a month. Just make sure you use promo code JACOB or click the link in my description. That's promo code JACOB. Don't miss out on this limited time offer, guys, because seriously, you will not regret it. And Zyro is so confident that they are even offering a 30-day money-back guarantee, plus 24/7 customer service. The future is now, guys, and it's confusing, but don't worry, Zyro is here to help. So make sure you click the link down below and you go check out Zyro, because guys, checking out the sponsor always helps out the channel, and we love supporting friends like Zyro. So thank you so much for sponsoring the video, Zyro, and thank you for the nuggets. Okay, friends, back to the video. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Before we go, just a reminder to like and subscribe. Subscribing to my channel guarantees you a lifetime supply of nuggets. What are nuggets? I don't know. Okay? I wish I knew, but I don't. But we have them. Whatever they are, whatever nuggets are, we've got them. Every single video, okay? You can go check out my podcast, the Mr. Friendship Podcast. Well, I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna go clean my furry goose sack. Okay, bye! I feel gross.